A bus full of nuns falls off a cliff and they all die. They arrive at the gates of heaven and meet St. Peter. St. Peter says to them, "Sisters, welcome to heaven. In a moment I will let you all through the pearly gates, but before I may do that, I must ask each of you a single question. Please form a single file line." And they do so. St. Peter turns to the first nun in the line and asks her, "Sister, have you ever touched a penis?" The sister responds, "Well, there was this one time that I kinda sorta touched one with the tip of my pinky finger." St. Peter says, "All right, sister, now dip the tip of your pinky finger in the holy water and you may be admitted." And she did so. St. Peter now turns to the second nun and says, "Sister, have you ever touched a penis?" "Well, there was this one time that I held one for a moment." "All right, sister, now just wash your hands in the holy water and you may be admitted." And she does so. Now at this, there is a noise, a jostling in the line. It seems that one nun is trying to cut in front of another. St. Peter sees this and asks the nun, "Sister Susan, what is this? There is no rush." Sister Susan responds,
"Well, if I'm going to have to gargle this stuff, I'd rather do it before Sister Mary sticks her ass in it."
Little Johnny came to class all beat up, so his teacher asked, "What's wrong?" "Well," said little Johnny, "our house is very small. Me, my mum and my dad all sleep in the same bed. Every night my dad asks if I'm sleeping, I say no, then he slaps my face and gives me a black eye." The teacher then told little Johnny that tonight when your dad asks, keep dead quiet and don't answer. The following morning, Johnny's teacher sees him with a severe swelling on his face. "My goodness, why the swelling?" the teacher asked. "Well," said little Johnny, "when Dad asked me again if I was sleeping, I shut up and kept dead still. Then my dad and Mom start moving. Mom was breathing heavy, kicking her legs up and making noises. Then my dad asked my mum, 'Are you coming?' Mum said, 'Yes, I'm coming. Are you coming too?' Dad answered, 'Yes.' They don't usually go anywhere without me, so I said, 'Wait for me, I'm coming too.'" A London lawyer runs a stop sign and gets pulled over by an Irish cop. He thinks that he is smarter than the cop because he is a lawyer from London and is certain that he has a better education than any Irish cop. He decides to prove this to himself and have some fun at the Irish cop's expense. Irish cop says, "License and registration, please." London lawyer says, "What for?" Irish cop says, "You did not come to a complete stop at the stop sign." London lawyer says, "I slowed down and no one was coming." Irish cop says, "You still did not come to a complete stop. License and registration, please." London lawyer says, "What's the difference?" Irish cop says, "The difference is that you had to come to a complete stop. That's the law. License and registration, please." London lawyer says, "If you can show me the legal difference between slow down and stop, I'll give you my license and registration and you give me the ticket. If not, you let me go and don't give me the ticket." Irish cop says, "Sounds fair. Exit your vehicle, sir." The London lawyer exits his vehicle. The Irish cop takes out his baton and starts beating the living shit out of the lawyer and says, "Do you want me to stop or just slow down?" A young widow goes to the funeral parlor to plan her husband's funeral. She met with the mortician, who asked her how she wants the body dressed. He always looked so good in blue. "I want him to be buried in a blue suit." This posed a problem as he had been delivered to the funeral parlor in the black suit he was wearing when he died. However, the wife was adamant. "I don't care what it costs," she said, handing the mortician a blank check. "Do whatever it takes." The mortician agrees, and the next day called the widow back. When she arrived, the mortician revealed her husband in a very sharp blue suit. The wife is very pleased. "Thank you so much, this is perfect. Whatever it cost, it was worth it." The mortician handed her back the blank check. "There is no charge, madam," he said. "I don't understand," the widow said. "How did you manage this for free?" "Well, shortly after you left yesterday, another gentleman was delivered. He was similar in size and build to your husband, and he was wearing a blue suit. I asked his next of kin if they would object to him being buried in a black suit instead of the blue one, and they said they didn't care. So you undressed them and swapped the suits? The widow said. That must have been difficult. Oh no, said the mortician, I just swapped the heads. A man is driving down the road and breaks down near a monastery. He goes to the monastery, knocks on the door and says, "My car broke down. Do you think I could stay the night?" The monks graciously accept him, feed him dinner, even fix his car. As the man tries to fall asleep, he hears a strange sound. The next morning, he asks the monks what the sound was, but they say, "We can't tell you. You're not a monk." The man is disappointed, but thanks them anyway and goes about his merry way. Some years later, the same man breaks down in front of the same monastery. The monks accept him, feed him, even fix his car. That night, he hears the same strange noise that he had heard years earlier. The next morning, he asks what it is, but the monks reply, "We can't tell you. You're not a monk." The man says, all right, I'm dying to know. If the only way I can find out what that sound was is to become a monk, how do I become a monk?" The monks reply, "You must travel the earth and tell us how many blades of grass there are and the exact number of pebbles. When you find these numbers, you will become a monk." The man sets about his task. 45 years later, he returns and knocks on the door of the monastery. He says, "I have traveled the earth and have found what you have asked for. There are 145,236,284,232 blades of grass and 231,281,219,999,129,382 pebbles on the earth." The monks reply, "Congratulations, you are now a monk. We shall now show you the way to the sound." The monks lead the man to a wooden door, where the head monk says, "The sound is right behind that door." The man reaches for the knob, but the door is locked. He says, "Real funny, may I have the key?" The monks give him the key, and he opens the door. Behind the wooden door is another door made of stone. The man demands the key to the stone door. The monks give him the key, and he opens it only to find a door made of ruby. He demands another key from the monks, who provide it. Behind that door is another door, this one made of sapphire. So it went until the man had gone through doors of emerald, silver, topaz, and amethyst. Finally, the monks say, "This is the last key to the last door." The man is relieved to no end. He unlocks the door, turns the knob, and behind that door, he is amazed to find the source of that strange sound. But I can't tell you what it is, because you're not a monk. My friends, if you want to watch other funny jokes, subscribe to the channel.